All right, what do you got on Drake Maye?
So
Mike, hold on.
It sounds crazy to win by 18 on the road and come in here with like it almost feels overly critical to say like he sets the franchise record for completion percentage, 91.3%.
What are you doing here?
Listen, Zoe, I write an article on
this?
ESPN about his sensational performance, which is and
Mike.
some of those throws like to Diggs.
Pop.
Behind him. Like, no, I was going to say, good throws. Good throws, like dimes to Diggs on the left sideline, Mac Hollins, the booty touchdown.
Booty in the end zone,
I mean, just amazing throws. So it was great.
Okay.
I think
it feels like there's a
there's a little bit of a but, and it's because he's so important to the team. It's that every decision he makes is magnified, and I think there were 4 plays that he took off to run, and he acknowledged this after the game, guys. When I asked him, what'd you think about breaking the completion percentage record? He goes, I should have had a few more because he didn't finish through with his progression. He took off, and I
felt like he hit the eject button a little too soon.
He talked about backside progression.
Yes. And when he took off, he put himself in a vulnerable position, and in turn, it puts the team in a scary spot, because if you lose Drake, every discussion we had here about January, excitement, playoffs, changes everything. And 4 plays is what I counted when I watched it over, where he just needs to slide, But that was scary, Beetle, when he went out. I mean, the way that head hit the ground. And so I think you want to not come in here and be the curmudgeon. And, I mean, you won by 18 points on the road, and everything's going great. But you also want to be careful of just judging based on the result and not something that happened there that could have been – we could be having a whole different discussion.
Yeah.
If he didn't come out of that tent and come back out on the field.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. This is how the coaches look at it. It's the exact same way you do. Like, what can we continue to do better? What did we err on? How do we sharpen him up?
And that's an individual decision that he's making. I mean, he's the only guy who can control that.
Yep.
So for as great as he has been, he does have things, I think what you're saying, that need to be better for his own good and for the team's good.
And that's it. And I hope it comes across that way, and it's not like because it's like a first-class problem. The guy's such a great athlete and wants to make plays. And these are positive plays on the stat sheet, but I think if he actually threw the ball, it would have even been more positive because, one, he wouldn't have put himself in harm's way, and I think they could have had more yardage. So I think he'll hold himself to that standard. So that was my first thought just going back through the game. The second one, I got to give Josh Dobbs credit. I thought that was a underrated, underappreciated play to come in, and Zoe, who, I mean, you've been in that spot. I feel like
ice cold.
That is, I mean, Micah when he misses a block, guy's coming right at you, and it's 3rd and 5.
Steps up in the pocket, rips under a guy who's got his jersey, slides back out to the right, and throws a dart.
It's pop, yeah.
And I think about, for me, the backup quarterback spot has been one that I've thought was a vulnerability for the team, and it's a little bit different.
I still believe it is.
And it might be in the big picture. Like, if you had to rely on him for, like, multiple games, there would be concern. But in this situation, you needed one play.
Right.
And you got
it. Man, did he deliver. And I just think I have so much respect for that.
So I'll give you an inside. I'll give you a little inside thing here. So we do X's and O's with Vrabel down there for All Access. And we usually do between 4 and 6 plays of the game. Like best plays or turning point games or turning points within the game that really changed it for them, that swung momentum. The Dobbs play was one of them. Mike loved it. Mike loved it.
It's the turning point of the game, at not that play, but to keep that drive going at the start of the 3rd quarter. And we're down there outside the locker room to go in for interviews, and Vrabel greets every player, and Dobbs came in, and he just said to him, "Way to be ready. Way to be ready." And I thought to myself, if you're a backup quarterback, what could be a greater compliment to hear from your coach in a game that you won?
Like,
so
that's the reason they bring a guy like that in. Because I don't know if Joe Milton's ready. Joe Milton could have got thrown in there and just airmailed one right over the guy's head.
With why Joe Milton.
No. But I'm just saying, like, that's what Dobbs is supposed to go. Go out there, do what Mac Jones is doing out there in San Francisco. Run the team, manage the team till the starter's back. There's no discussion of who's a starter.
How many beats per minute is your heart pounding, Zoe, as a backup when you got to go in the
It's a
game?
great question. I was thinking the same thing.
Just what? Tell us what that
I'm just gonna
process
tell you,
is like.
It's the worst feeling in the world. It really is, because your anxiety and you're forced to have anxiety because I try to tell my kid that when he's not playing, hold the football on the sideline, get in the coach's ear, understand what the play is. You got to play through the play like you're out there, and I'm like, please don't go down, please don't go down. If it's windy, if it's cold, if it's raining, please don't go down. Or if the right side of the line looks like crap, please don't go down.
And how hard is it, Zoe, to go through the week of preparation and keep an edge and not play week 1, not play week 2, not play week 3? You get to week 7,
Yeah.
and you find, how hard is it to keep your edge in that role to know that?
Yeah. So it was actually depressing because when Drew broke his finger,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, this is great. No, I mean, I'm not happy he broke his finger.
Right.
But, I saw it, and I'm like, oh, he ain't playing.
Yeah.
There's no chance he's playing.
Pin sticking out of the
They
end.
had to operate on it, put a pin out of it, and the pin was sticking out like that far on the index finger of his throwing hand. So you know what that is. So we get to practice on Friday. I practiced the whole week. I think I'm starting. And then the doctor comes in and says, hey, Drew, what if we brace up the back, like one of those splints with a little padding in it, brace the back, and we'll take a shot, and we'll shoot each individual joint.
Man.
Oh,
And I remember the doctors holding his hand down. You hear him screaming as they're shooting up each individual joint to numb the finger. Because you don't want the index finger to feel anything. Because the last thing to leave the football is that pin digging into the football. It lasted about 3 games. And then that pin came out, and then he was done. On my birthday. And I got my ass kicked against the Rams. Tony Banks.
I know you've told me before, so you were like, when that happened, I was like, oh, forget it. This guy's never going to miss a game. Just that feeling, you got to be kidding me with that.
Yeah.
The lengths.
But if he didn't do that, I wouldn't
the
have San
lengths
Francisco.
that Drew Bledsoe, and of course, we
Yeah.
know Tom Brady never missed time outside of blowing out his knee. But the lengths that the last 2 franchise quarterbacks of this organization would go
To play.
Yep.
and be out there. 2 really tough players. Yeah. Freaking pin sticking out of your hand. That was a big comeback against the Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the Miami. So he whacked it on the helmet in Miami, right? Late in the game?
Oh, yeah.
That was how it broke.
So what you do is, I know every little move he makes. I could tell if he got hit. I could tell when he's dinged. When he used to get hit in the head and ding, he would lose his peripheral vision. I could see him, blinking the eyes, and I'm like,
just a different world back
I'm
then.
like, oh, God. And he comes to the sideline. He goes, I can't see anything on this side over here. And then it will come back, and he's okay. I'm like, you're okay. Just get back in the club.
You're okay. Hey, buddy, get right out there.
I didn't study the book this week. No, I did. I was
Billy Joe Tolbert.
I was
over
ready.
here.
No, I was ready to go. But and I could tell when he hit his finger off because he's doing this. He's feeling it, and he's looking to the sideline. He's telling me get your helmet, and then they wave him back in. He goes in, hands it off a couple more times, but he hands off with the other hand the other way, the left hand to the left side. And I'm like, oh crap, something's wrong with his right hand, and that was it.
So,
But anxiety, for sure.
Like Zoe,
Yeah.
Dobbs, true pro.
True pro.
True pro.
Yes.
So I thought that was.
It's a role, man. It's not for everybody.
I mean that. So I thought.
I
that was,
imagine it was at least you, Zoe. You're a glue guy. That's what you
hell
are, right?
Yep. I used to take sandwiches, eat in the weight room.
Right.
Lunch.
Glue
I
guy.
love being in the weight room.
He
with
took
the
that
guys.
as part of his job.
Everybody's in there sweating,
Being a guy,
lifting up.
being a team guy.
Yes.
It's tough to not play.
So I think good week. Talk number 2 backup, and then my number 3 is the defense and the slow starts. So here's some numbers for you. Patriots ranked 30th in the NFL in points allowed in the first 2 drives of a game.
5 of 7 drives to open games, they've given up points.
And this is the first 2 drives. So
wow.
So 30th in the league.
Double up.
Defensively.
Who's
So-
worse than them? Do you know off the top of your head?
No, I'll find out.
All
and
right,
I'll
let's
get it for you.
look up who that is.
And then, the good news is that they're 4th in the NFL in points allowed in any drive
Right.
from 3rd to the end,
Crazy.
But the question becomes when you start playing teams that maybe are a little more capable than a Tennessee
Yep.
or a New Orleans, does that end up nipping you in the bud? And Mike Vrabel's talked about it. These are the opposing team's scripts, some trick plays, if you will, and that they need to play with a better play style and aggressiveness early in games. So that was.
See, I wonder if Terrell would call it differently. So you lose your defensive coordinator, obviously for health reasons, and wish him the best. So you're trying to get Zach up and running.
yeah.
I'm sure Mike's leaning on him too, but I don't think there's anything magic that they could do to make a different front or coverage that's going to make them start faster. I think it's on the attitude of the players. I think you got to take it on. You're like, we're going to go out there 3 and out. Let's shut them down.
So in this particular game, so I'll look at my notes. They're in their base defense to start the game.
Look how deep the line. I want you to do something on Sunday. I want you to look at the depth of the linebackers and when they drop in pass coverage, how deep they get. They're 20 yards back.
Just given everything.
It's crazy.
So they're in their base defense, and I felt like it was play action, and they just let their eyes. They didn't trust their eyes. They didn't read the keys. 11-yard completion. And then they go to a nickel defense, bring Marcus Jones in the game for one of the linebackers, and Carlton Davis just tripped in man coverage. Remember that play underneath? So
right at the 50.
So
those 2 plays right there before that scoring, they were 33 yards in total. They give up a lot of yards.
Yeah.
So
just come with more energy, and I will say, like other teams, if you can get the Patriots in their base defense and throw on them, that might be a formula that the Patriots have to contend with going forward.